Hello, YouTube. Today we have Mark, and you got first place today. Doing what? That's not Despia.
It's not Despia. The grass is a little greener somewhere else today, fellas. Today I'm playing Crystrons, or what my friend likes to call them, Crytrons.
Why?
Because I win so much, I just cry about it.
Okay.
But no, today it's actually a pretty competitive deck. A lot of people don't know what they do, which is probably why it gets away with a lot of things. And I actually try to teach people how to interact with it, so I can get better as a player. But it's actually pretty interesting. It's one of those kind of decks that you look at the end board and you're like, hey, wait a minute, that looks pretty weak. And then they summon 25 monsters on you, and you're like, wait a minute, that wasn't weak at all.
How many cards are in your main deck, real quick?
40.
40.
I actually went over a lot of deck profiles just to get it to the right ratios and what exactly I was trying to do with it. I think the meta is pretty compact, and a lot of people are starting to realize that the floor of your deck is more important than the ceiling, because we're just kind of hand trapping each other left and right. So this deck is pretty perfect for that because of the amount of non-engine I run, and it's very minimalistic. It's unfortunate that Lancia is in the format, because that's probably the number one part that hurts it the most. But it's actually not as bad as it is with Mallets. But today I'm going to show you the deck profile.
Alright, let's get to your main deck.
Main deck is 40. I'm going to start off with the engine. I only play 2 Tristaros. This guy, it's a trigger effect. It responds to a card your opponent activates on either player's turn. It summons from deck, and quick effect synchros. That plays around it, plays around Imperm. I only play that 2 because I don't want it to conflict with my normal summon. Also, if you do resource management, the third one never comes up for me ever. In fact, it bricks more times than it does help. But even if you did run the third one, it actually wouldn't brick that much, probably at all. I do run the one Citri. This guy, I do think is mandatory at 1. It does come up. It also when you go, this deck will go through resources pretty fast, and the fact that it summons from grave helps out a lot. I run 3 of this Sulfanier. This guy's in a Hero Live. It's also an extender. It also helps play through hand traps. This activates in hand or grave. It summons itself by discarding a Crystron card, and pops a card on your side of the field. So the more you know how to play with this card, the better you'll get. I only play 2 Sulfador because this card pops a card on your field. It pops a Crystron card on your field, so you have to commit that to begin with. So the third one really never comes up, but all you need to do is just manage how you do with the 5s, because you do need 5s in deck to resolve the Tristaros, and you don't want that to conflict with your end board. But yeah, I do run. I'm not gonna pronounce this guy's name. I run the purple one.
The purple one.
I run the purple one. I don't run the green one, the turtle.
Okay.
He does not come up. Like I said, this is a very minimalistic deck. I don't care about how high the ceiling can be if you're getting hand trapped. I think those kind of deck profiles, I don't think it really comes up. I think it also plays in the nib. And this deck, that you don't want to play in the nib. This is an old card. Literally, each one of these came from somewhere different because I had to look for them everywhere. I was asking everyone up and down. Then when I finally had them, everyone had them. This is a 1-card starter. This is a 1-card starter. This is the Searcher.
Inclusion.
This searches spell or traps in the grave. This, on activation, searches any Crystron card in the archetype. It also has a grave effect where you can banish it and Monster Reborn. Nice. The field effect is, it never really comes up, but it can. Your Crystron monsters can survive 1 battle per turn. This card right here is broken. This card beats the entire Fiendsmith engine. This card right here, they can't Little Knight away, they can't Chaos Angel it away. It makes it to where your Crystron cards cannot be banished. It is a Tuche, so it will pop a card on the field, and it does win the grind games. It also reshuffles your resources. So this card is absolutely broken. This should be your number 1 priority on your end board at all times. This one right here is the deck. This is the deck. This wins every matchup. They Lancia you, you get this. They Shifter you, you get this. It doesn't matter.
So that's it for the Crystron engine.
This is the Crystron engine,
okay.
Yeah. It's pretty simple.
Alright, continuing on.
This is the engine I ran. I ran the Speedway engine. This card is great. It's phenomenal. When I go second, I side all of them out. This is pretty self-explanatory. I didn't like the Horse engine. I didn't like the Kashtera engine. I just like this engine. Those other engines, they do help with your end board by maximizing your end pieces, and I didn't like that as Aminas, because they just lose more to hand traps, they lose more to board breakers. This is pretty simple and pretty streamlined. With my theory, is just base the entire deck around non-engine.
Nice.
So, yeah, this is a common. Don't want to break with it. Board breakers. This is to help you not lose the dweller. This also outs detonator.
Oh, so now we're on to you're going second card, or like your
Yeah, this is the non-engine.
disruption cards. Yeah,
Yeah.
non-engine.
This is the non-engine.
All right, so 3 droplet.
3 droplets. This dweller is a big problem. That card should be banned. Probably won't be, but hey, who cares? We have the droplets. I ran 1 talents. I wish I could run this at more. I do not want to break the 40. This card is absolutely broken. It is devious. Every time this card resolves, you probably have like an 80% chance of winning that game. It combines very well with other cards in the deck. But the problem is that I just don't want to break with it.
Yeah.
Fool's Burial, there's a 1-card starter. This card right here, it basically dumps your it dumps your extenders and combo pieces because a lot of your Crystrons activate in grave. Now for the hand traps. Just 3 of these, 3 of these. Stop the, what do you call that? The Rizio? I don't know what they're called. The rank 4. The one that searches the field spell.
Duo.
Thank you. The 3 ashes. This right here, it just stops the Mulch armies. This card's like really weak, and it also helps you against the Fiendsmith engine. But like, it's just really weak this format. 3 nibs, hurts Malice, then 3 falls. This card resolving is crazy. This card you should main deck.
It's a lot of going second cards.
Yeah, I know, bro.
We got cantraps and droplets. All right, let's see your extra deck.
This is the extra. This right here is what makes Smiger a 1-card combo. Before they were using the Almirage. So this right here, you link this off into this. This dumps it to grave. You banish it. Then this searches the Inclusion, which is the road of the deck. And that searches this.
And then you keep going from there.
Yeah, you just keep going from there.
Nice.
It also has some niche effects. It can reborn any level 1000 attack or less machine monster from the grave. So it can also like reborn your FA Don Draxler. I only play one. I only play one of this. The second one never comes up for me in testing. It can, but like I feel like it's a win more card. I run the Cherubini for the Terratop engine. You got to be careful with this card because whatever it points to cannot be destroyed by card effects. So there are some cards you do want to destroy, so just don't let this guy point at them. And then the Little Knight. This is a end piece if you have a Speedway Terratop engine resolving. 2 of these guys. This guy helps play around Droll. He helps extend. This guy is absolutely broken. It also helps float. It adds from grave or banish any Crystron card on Synchro Summon, and then if it's destroyed, it reborns from grave or banish. Nice. It also reduces your opponent's stats by 500. This guy, everyone says he's cuttable, but this guy has helped me survive so many games because I'll float into the bodies like Citri or Tristaros, and I'll summon him in battle phase and switch all my opponent's monsters to defense, and even if they do get over him, he'll just keep floating.
Nice.
This guy is broken. I let them resolve their Fiendsmith engine, and then when this guy hits the board, he just outs the entire engine. The engine just doesn't exist to this guy. There's also a little thing where if my opponent like Lancia's me, and they're playing Malice, this guy can banish their Lancia, then I can pop it with the trap card because he can special summon from either our banishes. So I can special summon the Lancia they used on me.
You're just gonna Lancia them back.
Yeah, I'm just gonna Lancia them back. This guy is like an honorary Crystron. He helps play around Nib, and he's broken. Usually with him, you attack into the detonator. They can't activate the detonator, so then you use the trap to pop the detonator. I run this because this helps OTK under Nib. This guy is cool. And then Nova and Infinity.
Yeah, the gates.
They're pretty cool. And then the Typhon, because this outs the Nibiru token.
Oh, never mind.
This does out the detonator, but honestly, most of the time he's using out the Nibiru token. Also stops Nib, so sometimes my end board will be this and this, and this does a lot of damage, and something like a Tristaros, and that's game, like because they can't Nib me indefinitely.
Nice.
And then I got these, and then I run these two in the main. This deck has a lot of free spots, and this will help you understand my side deck.
It's either Metaltronus or Ghost Reaper.
It's Meltronus.
Yes, everyone's playing this card. Everyone knows this card. This card's broken.
This card's nuts. I run these two. These are Caesar targets. They are also Dweller targets. They are also board breakers, and they also work in engine. It's also a level 7, so you can use it to synchro with. Then I run these on the side. I feel like everyone should have these somewhere on the main or side for the Mitsurugi engine. It does conflict with Wallows, but honestly, it's worth having. Like, you have to have it. This beats Malice. This self-explanatory. You have to run this, and also I run these on the side to out the Lancia that hurts me. Sometimes I open this up with another hand trap. I'll use the hand trap, and then if they chain cross out or call by, I'll chain the Lancia to it to protect the other hand trap. I do side the call by because it's not that good going second against certain decks. It is really good in game 2 and game 3 once you see more cards hitting graves.
Nice.
Not my token. Me and the boys.
All right. Well, thank you, Mark. Congratulations on your placement. Anything else you want to say about your Crystron deck?
Yeah, I mean, it's not hard to play it and understand it, but if you give it like a day, you'll probably know exactly how it works because it's pretty streamlined. Anyone else that's doing anything else, it's just they're just having fun with it at that point. Thank you and subscribe.
Thank you. All right. Have a good night.